What is up, fellow G fans? King of Fan 2002 here today, and today I'm here with another video, and I will be doing a toy review on the Ultra 500 series Telesdon. Now, yes, if you guys probably didn't know, I got this figure about 2 or 3 months ago. Didn't do an unboxing or anything because it wasn't anything really special. So, yeah, and here's why. Just take a look at my finger. This figure is really small. That's my one gripe. That's like my main gripe with the Ultra 500 series figures. They're super small. Like, come on, man. I wish Bandai would go back to their original, the original style of, creating the 6-inch figures for the Ultra series. And those used to be so much better. They used to have better detail, better sizing, except for with the Ultras. But for instance, let me show you how limited this thing is. We're gonna go right into articulation. So arms rotate 360 just fine. For me, this arm is a little bit more stiff. I don't know if it's gonna do that for the rest of you guys if you have this figure already, but it's pretty stiff. So you gotta move the elbow to make it smoother. So you have both hands rotate 360, and the tail rotates 360, which is pretty cool. And what's kind of sucks about this figure is that there's no leg articulation at all. It's just molded right into the sculpt. But I don't know. And of course, the head doesn't rotate at all because that would look really weird. So yeah, this figure only has 3 points of articulation. I think that's the standard amount of articulation points for Ultra 500 series figures. Now, the sculpt on this guy is a different story. The sculpt is actually pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's as good as the EX series Telesdon and even the vintage Telesdon. I think those had better sculpts, but because this one looks a little cartoony. But what's really good about this Telesdon sculpt is that the other figures didn't have the spike protruding out, but this one has the spike protruding outwards. This is the only Telesdon figure besides an X Plus one, I think, that has the spike protruding outwards. So this is the only one that got it correct. So I really like that. That's what made me buy this, because I really like that about Telesdon's design. He has this weird little spike protruding out. Now, more onto the sculpt and detail. Detail is pretty average. And yeah, that's a phone. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna ignore that. But oof, the phone is so loud. But yeah, there's a whole lot of sort of circular lines, kind of giving him the appearance of a worm, which is pretty cool. There's no real ridges or scales because it's a really smooth figure actually. Yeah, so I really like the detail on the lips. Pretty cool. And they also detailed his eyelids pretty well. If you can see those little bumps around the eyes. Really cool, really cool. So yeah. And the teeth are not painted at all, and they're not individually sculpted. So, oof. So yeah, and this figure is basically all brown, and the only thing that has a different color on it is the eyes with a white and then a light blue, which is accurate to the suit. But, yeah. So now let's size him to, before we get on to sizing, I'm just going to go over the history brief because there's been other reviews of other Telesdon figures where their history has been explained. So basically, Telesdon appears in the original Ultraman series as a underground monster, where this underground race of aliens or species, I don't know what they are, and basically they use Telesdon to take over the upper layer of Earth. and destroy the city and whatever, but Ultraman stops him, throws him on his neck, and he rolls over and dies. And then he appears in Ultraman Powered. Basically the same thing happens, but he has like a different design. He's like blue, has more armor, basically. I really like that design, actually. Not more than this one, but who knows, I might pick it up at G-Fest for like $5. And he also appears in... Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, no, this doesn't count because it's a separate monster, but there's another monster that had a very similar design, basically the same suit. His name was Deton and fought Sidora, and we'll get to that because Telesdon fights Sidora in Ultra Galaxy Neo, or I think Ultra Galaxy, one of those series, and that fight gets interrupted by Red King. So now let's go on to sizing. We're going to first size him up with none other than the Ultra 500 series Telesdon. Oh, not Telesdon, my bad, Sidora. These go pretty well together. I mean, most of the time when Telesdon is fighting, he's like kneeling down and he like rams into the other monsters. So, I mean, they're both 60 meters, so this goes pretty good. And then, let's pull out the monster that interrupted a fight, Red King. This is the Ultra 500 Series 1. I have the normal 6-inch Red King, but that will not go in scale with these. And yeah, this is also pretty accurate. I mean, Red King is only 45 meters, but he appears to be taller than them in the episode. So, you know, you can recreate the fight. Pretty cool. And I do not have a Ultra 500 Series Ultraman on me right now, because I'm in a different location. But yeah, I think that's it for this review. So this figure has decent no, not decent. I mean, okay, so it has, the articulation isn't really that good. The sculpt is pretty nice. Paint job is accurate, but it's missing some paint in a few spots like the mouth. And sizing is really good with the Ultra 500 series figures, but not good with other Bandai figures. So all in all, I'm gonna give this figure a 2 out of 5. So yeah, that is it for this review. King Illustrator 2002 signing out.